Hello friends, welcome to our channel Umang Coaching Classes. Today we are here to discuss the next part of rational numbers. See, in the last video we have discussed rational numbers. So if we don't compare rational number with irrational number, like if we don't understand what is irrational number, we cannot difference between them. So today we have come before you to make you understand what are irrational numbers. So many of you may have watched our previous video, but there are some students who have did not watch our previous video. So let's give a brief introduction of what are rational numbers, then we'll move into irrational numbers. So let's begin our session. So basically, what are rational numbers? We'll study rational numbers in brief. For detailed description of rational numbers, please refer to our previous video. A rational number is a number that can be expressed as a quotient or fraction. So a rational number is a number that can be expressed as a quotient or fraction p by q. Here p by q both are integers, a numerator p and a non-zero denominator q. Here the p and q are integers and q is not equals to 0. The rational number will be a number which can be written in the form of p by q. Rational number is a number which can be written in the form of p by q. Here p is the numerator and q is the denominator, and q cannot be equals to 0. This form will be called rational number. For example, 1 by 5. Here 1 by 5 can be written as 0.2. So these two are rational numbers. 0.2 can be written as 1 by 5. Okay, here p is 1 and q is 5. So this is an rational number. Second is 15 by 3, which is equals to 5. So here 5 can be written as 15 by 3. So it is an rational number. So let's move on to, I have explained, as per the definition, we have studied that q cannot be equals to 0. So our question here is, can p be equals to 0? According to the definition, it did not explain anything about p. It just referred that q cannot be equals to 0. So can p be equals to 0? What will happen in that case? So like suppose 0 by 1, here the p, that is the numerator, is 0. 0 by 5, 0 by 9, 0 by 11. So will this be a rational number? 0 divided by any number gives 0. If we divide 0 with any number, what will be the answer? We'll get 0. So it doesn't matter whether the numerator is 0 or not, because the only thing which differences the rational number is q should not be equals to 0. Like 0 by 1 will be equals to 0. 0 by 5 will be equals to 0. 0 by 9 will be equals to 0. 0 by 11 will be equals to 0. So if the numerator is 0, then the result will be 0. So this will be a rational number. So how did the definition clarifies that q cannot be equals to 0? Many of your students might be thinking that q also can be 0. But now let's see how q cannot be equals to 0 for a rational number. Like the value of 5 by 0. The value of 5 by 0 is not defined. No one of us know that what is the value of 5 by 0. Since the value of any number divided by 0 is not defined. Not only 5, any number, 1 by 0, 7 by 0, 8 by 0, 100 by 0, any number divided by 0, the value is not defined. So a rational number is a number that can be expressed as the quotient or fraction p by q of two integers p and q, where p is the numerator and q is non-zero denominator. Now we have understood that p can be equals to 0, but q cannot be equals to 0, because if the q is 0, that is the numerator is 0, then the value will be not defined. Okay. Now let's see, when we divide the rational number p by q, we get two types of rational. One will be terminating and one will be non-terminating. Okay. A rational number, it will be expressed as a fraction, as a ratio. So when we divide the rational number, we get two types, terminating or repeating rational number. Okay, so now we'll understand what is terminating and what is repeating rational number. So terminating rational number, 3 by 4. 3 by 4 is a rational number. So when we divide 3 by 4, what we get? We get 0.75. This is a terminating. How terminating? Its value is fixed. I don't say 0.7589628932, nothing. The value is fixed, 0.75 fixed value. Okay, hence it is terminating. It terminates at a point. Okay, let's see. So it has a fixed value. So a terminating decimals are the rational decimal numbers which can be written in the decimal form by using finite number of digits. The digits are fixed. Okay, we can write it in the decimal form by using a finite fixed number of digits. Okay, now let's see what are repeating rational numbers. So 2 by 3. 2 by 3, when we divide 2 by 3, what we'll get? 0.666. Here 2 by 3 is a rational number. It is written in the form of P by Q. It is written as 0.66666 and so on. That is 0.6 bar. If any number repeats multiple times, same number repeats multiple times, we can put this bar here to represent, because we cannot write 6 multiple times, because like it is 6 is infinite times, it doesn't stop, infinite times. So in order to represent this 6 infinite times, we put a bar here. Okay, next is 1 by 6. To represent 1 by 6, we can write 0.16666 is again the 6 is to infinite times. To represent this infinite, we put a bar over 6, not over 1 6, only 6, because 1 does not repeat, only 6 repeats. So this type of rational numbers where the value is repeating, okay, a repeating or recurring decimal. It is a decimal representation of a number whose digits are periodic. It is repeating at regular intervals. It is repeating or not? Yes. And the infinitely repeated portion is not 0. Now, what this statement says, the infinitely repeated position is not 0. Like in this repeating rational number, it is 0.66666. But in the terminating rational number, it is written as 0.75. Okay, so after 75 we can add 0. It doesn't make any difference in the value. But in the repeating rational number, the value is not 0. It is a natural number like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay, now we have understood the rational number in brief. Now let's move forward to irrational number. Irrational number. So what are irrational numbers? An irrational number is a number that is not rational. Simple. Like if I say responsible, means someone who is responsible, and if I say irresponsible, he does not take care of his things. So same way the irrational forms gives the negative meaning of rational. Like an irrational number that is not rational, it is the correct. So it cannot be expressed as a fraction. Rational numbers were able to express as a fraction. Irrational numbers, we cannot express it in fractions with integer values in the numerator and denominator. So let's understand if any number which cannot be expressed in the form of fraction. So what are these kind of numbers? So irrational numbers, these are real numbers that when expressed as a decimal, when we express this number as a decimal, they go on infinite after the decimal and never repeats. We'll understand this with example. Root 2. Okay, root 2. When we find out the value of root 2, what do we get? 1.4142135373095048 and so on. Okay, do you notice that in terminating and repeating rational number, the number got finite at a fixed value, but here you cannot find the number is not finite, it moves on till infinite. and even it does not follow the repeating role also, that the digits here are not repeating. Okay, are the digits repeating? No, there is no repetition rule seen here in the root 2. Next, in the root 3, 1.7320508075 and so on. Is there any repetition? No. Root 5, 2.023606 and so on. Is there any repetition? No. Root 7, 2.64575131106646. Is there any repetition? No. Root 11, 3.31662479035554. Again, there is no repetition seen. So, these kind of numbers are referred to as irrational numbers. Like these, root 2 can be written as root 2 by 1. Yes or not? Root 2 can be written as root 2 by 1. So, when we convert this root 2 by 1 into a decimal form, we do not get a number with a finite number of digits. Okay. Now let's understand how root 2 is an irrational number. So basically, let's understand how root 2 is an irrational number. When we draw a square of size 1 centimeter, we are drawing a square of size 1 centimeter. Then what will be the distance across the diagonal? This is a square we have drawn. So what will be the distance across the diagonal? You can see an arrow here. So what will be the distance across this diagonal? It will be root 2. So what will be the value of this root 2? 1.014142135 and so on. But tell me, this root 2 exists or not? If there is a square, if you measure it with scale, we'll get this value somewhere, but the value we cannot put that it comes in, it will come something in between. Okay, this value of root 2 will get in scale something greater than 1 but less than 2, something in between. So we cannot depict that at which point this value is fixed, because in between two numbers there are numerous real numbers. So hence root 2 is an irrational number because its value is not fixed. Its value repeats after decimal places without its value repeats after decimal places. Sorry, its value does not repeats after decimal places till finite number. Famous irrational numbers. Okay. Now the famous irrational number is pi. Every one of us know the famous irrational number, which is pi. It is a famous irrational number. People have calculated its value to over quadrant decimal places and still there is no pattern found. Have you seen the value of pi? It's something about till a quadrant decimal places. Even many of our calculator gives the button to directly put the value of pi, because it's very difficult to memorize the value of pi till many decimal places. So the first few digits of pi are 3.141592 and so on. You can see there is no repetition seen after the decimal places. If there is repetition, then it will be a rational number. But if there is no repetition, then it comes under irrational number category. So when we see pi, and now you may be thinking that this pi can be written as 22 by 7. We have studied in our books. So let me clear you that the proper approximation of pi is 22 by 7. Okay, the proper approximation, not the value. The approximation of pi is 22 by 7. Now here see it carefully that this 22 by 7 will be equals to 3.142857. This value is closer to the value of pi but not accurate. Okay, look this value carefully. This value is closer to the value of pi, but this value is not accurate. Now you will be a bit confusing. Actually, this value of pi scientists have arrived by taking the ratio between the diameter and the circumference of a circle. Now to have a detailed information about pi, please refer to our next video. Okay. Now here we'll focus only on the irrational number. So this irrational number, you can see this value is different. It is not repeating. Here 22/7 value is repeating. It is an rational number. But the actual value of pi, it is not repeating. So it is an irrational number. Now next irrational number, famous irrational number is Euler's number. So the number E, that is Euler number, is another famous irrational number. People have calculated the value to lots of decimal places. Now in this Euler's number value, there is no pattern seen. As seen in the pi, we do not find any pattern. Same is seen in the Euler's number, we do not find any pattern. So what is the value of Euler's number? So the first few digits of the Euler's number, see, it is still the lot of decimal places. We are only seeing some few digits. Okay, now Euler's number is equal to 2.07182818284. There is no repetition. Okay, so this is an example of irrational number. The next famous irrational number is psi, the golden ratio. It is another famous irrational number. The first four digits of psi is 1.6861803339887498 and so on. Here also there is no repetition seen, so it comes under irrational. If we find it repetition, if we find it repeating, so it will come under rational number. So now let's see some properties of irrational number. Okay, the properties of rational number are understood by the students, but in many books you will not find the properties of irrational numbers, but there are certain properties of irrational numbers which we'll refer it to now. So let's discuss the properties of irrational number. So same like a rational number had the property of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. The same property will be covered by the irrational number. So let's understand what are the properties of rational and irrational. So if we add an irrational number to an irrational number, we'll get irrational number. Okay, the result we'll get by the addition of irrational number to an irrational number will be an irrational number. If we add irrational number to a rational number, then also we'll get irrational number. When we subtract irrational number from an irrational number, we get irrational number. Now if we subtract irrational number to rational number, then also we'll get irrational number. So if we add or subtract irrational number to irrational or rational, then we'll get irrational number. So now let's see the multiplication division property followed by the irrational numbers. If we multiply irrational number and irrational number and rational number, irrational number divided by irrational number, or irrational number divided by rational number, then we get either rational or irrational. This value is not fixed. For the addition and multiplication, the value was fixed, that will get an irrational number. But for multiplication and division, there it is not fixed, that will get rational number or irrational number. What's the trick behind all these irrational numbers? All the roots of prime number are irrational. Okay, all the roots of prime numbers are irrational. What is prime number? These are the numbers which do not have more than two factors, and that two factors will be it itself and 1. So all the roots of prime numbers will be irrational. For example, root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, root 11 and so on. All the roots of prime numbers will be irrational. Thank you. Hope so you have understood the concept of irrational number. Please refer to our previous video, rational numbers, to have detailed explanation on rational numbers. Here in this video, I have just given a brief description about rational numbers. So if you like our video, please give a thumbs up, share our video with your friends And do not forget to subscribe our channel and please press the bell icon to receive freshly brewed contents from Umang Coaching classes. Thank you and have a nice day.